Hey, Alice. You doing all right this morning? Yeah. Yeah, it's cold. We, uh, very. It's supposed to be like 20 something here by morning. Last night, or this morning, was, I think, 29 or 30. Hey, Sabina. How you doing, love? They was, so far, unless it jumps up, uh, 43 views on that. Where I went and picked her up yesterday and was using that little camera. Did y'all think it done pretty good for nighttime? Um, I went back up because I said on there, I said if it's not good enough, I won't upload it. Now there's a lot of dark spots through there because they, on them back roads and whatnot, they ain't got a lot of street lights, you know. Um, and I had my beams on low, you know. Um, and I even held it in my hand with a the tripod little thing. I did too. It surprised me. It's like the other day. I tried it, during the day up at the cemetery. Done perfect. Um, Now I don't know what caused it when I did free home. I believe it was. I believe it was there up here one. Mm, um, it cut into two different videos. I don't know how in the world it did that, but it did. Uh, it's kind of weird. So I tried it out during the day, and then tried it out about on the darkest night we could get. So um, I didn't even see much, a whole lot of moving in it. We watched it like twice, and there's a spot where I hit a pothole. You can see that deal, but um, this thing is just awesome. I believe it must have a stabilizer in it. Um, the other day, when we did the daytime one, uh, Christina was holding it on her forehead, you know, and it didn't have no bumps or shakes too much like when she would step. It didn't have that fall into it and that rise. Um, we got a chest strap. She's wanting to try. I did too. I did too. I'm surprised. Um, for number one, it tells you the time, the date, because it's all time stamped. It's neat. It tells you how many minutes you're on that you've been filming, um, and it's touchscreen. So I think that's the best gift I ever got from anybody. Really, she surprised me with that one. Uh, he's, yeah, the realtor that RJ ran to was his aunt Tina. I did hear the name Tina the first night that we started him. And the father's name is Robbie Lee Frederick Jr. Well, on that clip that you sent me, it had Ryan Davis Jr. on it. But if he's going by RJ, ran to his aunt Tina, then that's where the Tina come in at. Robbie, I've not yet heard. I just said dad. I haven't called off uh, to him. Uh, Ryan Davis Jr. Only called him that. Yeah, and I may have said Ryan Davis in a sentence somewhere. Um, so is he found? Is everything okay? But if he ran to his aunt's, he should be fine. And then we'll know where if this was a loved one mimicking him or wanted to put all this out there of what he's gone through. Okay, so is he okay? I mean, is he alive? He ran to her back months ago. He's not with her now. Well, um, I heard um, blood marks, um, droplets of blood. Um, uh, there's too many. There's too many quirks in this. Um, when I looked it up, when you sent it to me, it said Ryan Davis Jr. Then I started talking about Kimberly and then George. Uh, Plain as day, he said he hurt me. Yes, sir. No pants on. I wonder how he arrived to his aunt's with his clothes on or off. He said, kill him. I said, why? He said, because I lived with him. And I asked about his dad, and he said, not a lot. Tortured me. Real dad was too strict. Was upset. Just either didn't want to go home or wanted to go home. And it's his birthday month. Yeah. Back of truck, no pants. Sniffed chemicals. Passed out on the ground in a driveway. Well, maybe that's where, hey, Ginger, maybe that's where he passed out. Is at his aunt's home. She was threatened by parents after he went missing. She got charges on them for stalking. Threats and told RJ said he wants revenge on mom. Stepdad and sister don't know if she's hurt him. Hey, Jen Jen, how you doing, love? Well, of course they hurt him. His stage right here said he hurt me. No pants on. Uh, upset. Um, chemicals. Um, sister. Um, father. Stepdad. Kill him. I don't know. I don't know what the layout is. Because once I hear yeah, and when I heard no. Yeah, I mean, even just through this, I mean, that's disgusting right there. Um, and they did have animals involved. Riker Co. Uh, yeah, it's just weird because what you sent me was Ryan Davis Jr. Um, and that's where I think I'm getting the most from by calling the original name. A lot of people, yeah, go by short stuff like me, JD, Um, but blood driplets, for sure. Uh, passed out. That could have been in the driveway. If he ran to his aunt's, he could have passed out in the driveway, or just on the porch or something, if nothing else. Um, and then said, "Kill him." These are not smooth, easy, gentle things that's being said here. He's asking for him to be killed. I mean, and the only thing that I got out of that is he said, because I lived with him. Like he knows why he wants that done because he lived with him. He'd been used and abused. But then again, you know, sniff chemicals, fell on ground, uh, in driveway. I think I passed out. Well, if he was losing a significant amount of blood, then yeah, of course, he's going to be passing out. But I never did get where if he was or wouldn't. Um, just a lot of the blood loss, um, and the bruises and all that good stuff. Then you say they would hit him with a baseball bat. Um, now, I, I don't know if if it's so. Um, I heard that wrapped in plastic, and I figure what goes along with that is probably under dirt. But now, just because he's in plastic, don't mean that he was deceased at the time or even right now. I heard hands bound, feet bound, gagged. So I don't know if maybe they got him somewhere and they was doing this or that to him or whatnot, or if they took the final act and tried to cover it up. So yes, it's terrible. It's just terrible. Um, it's something that uh, is very difficult. Um, and I figured if he was already that it'd be easy enough to know. Um, that's not the situation. And then you say that they come got him from his aunts and then wanted to press charges on them. So I don't know. A lot of this he's holding at a younger age, um, keeping all that bottled up. Um, and I got a feeling if this was reported, then some of the family and probably the aunt as well knew what was going on. That's possible too. Either, like I said, was upset, just didn't want to go home, or just wanted to come home. I don't remember. with me getting that kind of reading back, I don't know if he was just maybe unconscious or knocked unconscious and just wasn't breathing. I don't know. I do know that they were woods involved, not too far off the side of the highway or road. So I don't know maybe if he was left there or maybe out there's where they were fooling around sometimes. I don't know. Either way, I mean, we're going to get back on him tonight anyhow. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, just like it was said to us, he admitted to the bestiality, um, beat, hit, kicked, the whole 9 yards, and admitted to running away. He did that. I'm just thinking that if that all took place up there, we also got to stop and think of the weather situations. No teen or child is going to make it through some of these temperatures that people's been having around the U.S. Um, Staying out a couple nights without any cover, no, or anything. Uh, it would be all facing the elements. Um, Now, there's only one good thing about cold weather with somebody injured. It will slow the bleeding down. Oh yeah, I'm sure they was making it. Yeah, and I'm sure that's what he sniffed. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, yeah, his family member can mimic him and tell the story. Um, there's too much here. You know, this is in detail. I mean, and anybody goes back and listens to it, use you some earbuds. I guarantee you, everything that's on this paper is what you will hear. And yeah, at the beginning, I did start calling him Ryan Davis Jr. because that's what the clip said, the one you sent me. So you're right, Alice. Uh, there's probably more people in the family was doing wrong than doing any good. Yeah, he'd been starved to death. If he got turned loose from them, I mean, and went straight to the aunt's house or whatever, he probably asked them to give him something to eat, or when they left there or whatever. I know there's woods involved, and I know that wrapped in plastic. Now I don't know if that's from trying to defeat the elements or if that's something that some of them did. I don't know. The only things that we can even know is what they tell us. We can't make them say nothing. You see that we don't try to put words in somebody's mouth, you know. So, just like the other day, with that little boy, you know, I know with them working with thermal, the only way it wouldn't pick him up is if he's underwater, because that's just common sense. And Sabina texts me and said, "Hey, they did find him halfway in, halfway out on the bank." And that's when thermal picked him up. And I just had that in my head the whole time, and I couldn't shake it. I could not shake it. And now I'm not going to be able to shake the plastic, the woods. I don't know what went on there. Um, well, what got my attention is when I would say 12-year-old Ryan Davis Jr. Well, I would hear a young man's voice, but then it wouldn't be long, and then you hear a man talk behind him, and every once in a while you'd hear Rose talk behind him. Uh, they were probably mm, maybe 7, 8 times. I heard a female also answer for him, and it wasn't Rose. So this boy, anyway, no matter how it goes, this little boy from the age of 2 years old has been neglected, abused, used, you name it. And my heart goes out to him. I mean, we can only see so much, hear so much. Well, I, with him talking about the woods and what I got out of it, and I'm talking about through Ava as well. I don't see him fighting the elements too much. Um, Now, could he have found some more plastic and wrapped up in it to try to keep himself warm? Sure. But did he or them wrap him up in plastic? Um, I would have to say that's a 95% chance. So apparently they didn't get locked up until a few days later. There's no word on Ryan. There's no uh, family member stepping up and really saying anything much. He gave us in detail, no pants on when he got in the back of a truck or in a truck. Uh, I think things went too far with bestiality, and with the stuff that they've done to him, and like you're talking about hitting him with a baseball bat and him smelling chemicals, thinks he passed out in a driveway. And then he called off Red Falls. Um, I'm gonna say like this: if when they come and got him away from his aunt's house, now it's just like this. I'm not gonna beat around the bush with it. If they came to his aunt's house and threatened them uh, for having or keeping the son, then I would say yes, for sure that he is. But now, if the aunt and whoever and actually didn't care what they were complaining about, that they just wanted him to be okay, um, I'm still gonna say I'm pretty uh, well. I would say 95% yes. Hey, Joni. Um, Going through all that and this and that and other, what we have to stop and think about, have they done things to him that they would never want to put out to the public? Would they want to report that they made him do this, do that? And would they want to report that they were involved in bestiality? I can't see no silver lining. I can't see anything but what I was shown about plastic and Woods was involved, um, triplets of blood. Um, yeah. And like I said, if that's the case, then we heard from him, we heard from grandma, and apparently a grandfather or another loved one on the other side. And they have made changed his name to whatever, but he was born with Ryan Davis Jr. Um, and, and we can't let the age thing just go over our heads. He was groomed into this, starting at the age of 2 years old or before. Would they let him run loose and tell everything that his family ever done to him? That's the thought process we got to understand. If you was out there to kill somebody and you didn't succeed, when they got to the hospital, who you think they're gonna say when they get up there? Yes, I don't figure they'd leave a witness. That's for sure. Um, I'm sure that whatever happened to him, they done did it, and could have been the aunt or somebody that called, you know, and reported as well. Because if the mom did, like I said, that'd been stupid because they don't get to the bottom of it either way. Apparently, he's got family members that wouldn't do him like that. So I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, we'll do some more on him tonight. And I also want to reach out to Sebastian tonight, too. So we'll just fool around here for a little while so we hear. Hey, Kathy. You doing all right? Bless you, love. Talk to me. Yeah. Say all you tumbleweeds are gone. Sabina's right there. She can hear you. Some man said I'm here. Female said awesome. Hey, Carol. God called somebody punky. Justin. Somebody said shouldn't come home. Was homesick. You need a antidote. A to be comfortable. antenna is not on. And if that is Ryan, is Tina your aunt? Let him answer. RJ or Ryan, if that's you, is Tina your aunt? Did your mom and stepdad come get you from your aunts? Broke your fingers? Alice says, God bless Mama Joy, Summer and Rose. Roses, flowers, and hearts. Janet. Ran out. He fell. Buried. Hey. Said Junior. Your mom. Got dizzy. Killed. Who's that just said, nervous? You're nervous. Who said that? Carol says, love you, Mama Joy, and Summer and Rose with roses and hearts. You said that they said he was hit with a baseball bat. Some guy said that it broke his fingers. Carol is on. Exactly what? I have not seen Judy on. I don't think. He was a good kid. Saturday. That was yesterday. Tina's not on, Tony. Some of you like keeping your eyes on a lot of stuff, don't you? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah. hmm um, um, so if he went to his aunt's and they threatened to get them in trouble if they tried to keep him. Now, if the aunt stood up for him and said, "Just do what you got to do," then that would be the only way. They wanted him back because it started getting a little rocky, and like I said, they would not let him go somewhere and tell everything he knows. And that's probably what he was trying to do with his aunt. And if they come got him anyway, then that's where the plaskett and the woods and all that stuff would take place. Hmm. Well, we'll know more. We'll know more tonight too, because I'm gonna call out any loved ones that he may have. Um, and I may let uh, Ava tell what she's seen and what she knows of it. I know it's a been it turns my gum stump. I don't know, breaking his fingers and stuff. You know what? That gummit. You know this is a really sick bunch. Uh, it is. It's just terrible. That boy don't know nothing other than mistreatment and beatings and drugs, money. And on top of that, it started at the age of 2. Yeah, I'm about fed up with all that mess. No wonder the Lord's letting some of these children go, get them out of all this mess. He did say he'd take the life of a child, even if that's what he had to do to get his numbers. People taking drugs and money, sex, all that junk over their children. That's a poor piss excuse for one, I'm telling you. We're getting this stuff in detail. We can't sit here and make that stuff up. Could you imagine, if he didn't want to participate in something or said no about something, and y'all talking about him getting hit with a baseball bat and stuff. Now his fingers is broke. Don't tell him what all's broke in that boy. Ribs, probably. Fractures in the back. Teeth, probably some of them knocked out. Bruising all over the body. Yeah, be nice. Hmm. Well, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. She gets off 7 this evening, so uh, time I do supper and everything, probably around 9:30, something like that. Um, I love every one of you, and I'll see you this evening. Bye, love.